Greetings, ACT specialists. So for your home mission, you got to take a look at the miles per gallon of a lot of high efficient vehicles like hybrids and electric vehicles. But I wanted to take a look at one that's not so good, which is the Hummer. Okay. Now the Hummer is notoriously bad for miles per gallon and fuel efficiency, and we see here it's 4.25 kilometers per liter, which I guess is bad. But for Americans, we totally don't understand or comprehend what that even means. 4.25 kilometers per liter. Like, is that good? Is that bad? The rest of the world does, but we don't. So we will convert to miles per gallon. That's the most commonly used in the US. Hybrids get around 50 to 60 or 40 to 60. Electric vehicles even higher. And then your standard car gets about 25 to 30. So let's see what we can do here. First thing I want to do is to set up a plan. I have my friend the pea shooter here. He is green, and he's going to advocate for going green and using hybrid vehicles. Okay, so we want to go to miles per gallon, and we're starting with kilometers per liter. Okay, and I really like writing a plan out to start because that really keeps me focused in terms of what I want to do, especially for these complex problems with a lot of units. So I'm looking at, well, kilometers, that's not miles, liters, that's not gallons. Anyway, so I think, okay, what do you want to change first? Let's change kilometers first. You could change liters first, doesn't really matter. But I'm going to start with kilometers. I'm thinking, okay, well, kilometers, how can I get towards miles? And it turns out I know the conversion between kilometers and miles. So I could go to miles per liter. Don't want to change the bottom because I don't want to change too many units at once. I'm only doing one conversion at a time. So that's conversion 1. Once I get to miles per liter, well, I'm close. I got the miles part, but I don't have the gallons part. So now I think about how to get from liters to gallons. So I think, well, do I know the conversion between liters and gallons? And it turns out I do. If I look at my important document, I see that I think 1 liter equals 0.264 gallons. Okay, so that's going to be the conversion 2 I need. I'm going to step back to this one, think about how many kilometers are in a mile or how many miles in a kilometer, and I believe in 1 kilometer on your green sheet it says in 1 kilometer there are 0.621 miles. Okay, right, so those are my 2 conversions. I have my plan of going from kilometers per liter to miles per liter, then from miles per liter to miles per gallon. Alright, let's get ready to convert. Alright, so I'm ready for my conversion. Okay, starting off with 4.25 kilometers per liter. Okay, and I'm thinking, all right, I want to go to miles per gallon down here. But the first step is from kilometers per liter to miles per liter. So I know, in order to do that, I want to cancel out my kilometers. I'm going to put that on the bottom. Okay, and I'm trying to get towards miles, so I'm putting that on the top. So the conversion I need is between kilometers per mile, and just to make sure I'm right, I'm going to cross those out, they cancel, and I see miles per liter left over, which is what I want. So if you cross out and you get the units you want, you know you're doing the right steps. Alright, plug in some numbers here. I know in 1 kilometer, there are 0.621 miles. Alright, and now I'm here. I finished step 1, I'm at miles per liter. But I'm not done yet. I got to keep going. Now, I'm very tempted here to put miles on the bottom because I'm so used to canceling what's not there. But I have to realize, wait a second, miles is what I want. So I want to keep that. I don't want to touch that. That's done. Miles is done. But what I still need to change is the liters down here. So to cancel the liters, because it's in the denominator, and I want to cancel out, now I got to put liters in the numerator. It's always got to be kind of on the opposite end. Alright, so I've got liters up top, and that'll cancel the units. Liters divided by liters is just nothing. So that'll cancel. And what I'm actually going towards in this conversion is from liters to gallons. Okay, so from liters to gallons. Alright, now I plug in my units. I know in 1 liter there are 0.264 gallons. Okay, and there we go. Alright. Now let me check my units. I've got miles here, gallons here, so my final units are going to be miles per gallon. And hey, that's exactly what I wanted. So great. Now all I have to do is take a calculator, take my handy dandy calculator, take 4.25, this is getting really exciting, times 0.621, times 1 technically, but I know that's just the same, divided by 1, and then 0.264, which gets me about 9.997. I'm going to round that to 10.0. miles per gallon. So that means for every gallon of fuel I have, the Hummer can go 10 miles. Okay, again, as I said before, your typical car gets around 25 to 30 miles per gallon. So the Hummer is almost 1/3. It's, in terms of those 30 miles per gallon ones, it's like 1/3 as efficient. So that's a lot of gas money you'll be spending, particularly these days where gas prices are through the roof. Okay, so hopefully the pea shooter and I have convinced you in the future to buy something a little bit fuel efficient. And while the Hummer might look pretty cool, you want to think about all the gas that's involved there. All right, for the pea shooter and I, we would like to thank you for listening to us. And until next time, King and Pea Shooter out.